There's new movement this morning to try and avoid the fiscal cliff. Some Republicans are considering abandoning their staunch opposition to higher tax rates, according to recent reports. Former Senator Alan Simpson was co-chair of the National Commission on Fiscal Responsibility and Reform. He's a co-founder of the Fix the Debt campaign, and he joins us now. Senator Simpson, good morning. It's good to see you.
It's a great pleasure to be off of the witness protection program and come here. But what even more fun, David Brubeck used to come to Wyoming a great deal. He and his family, lovely people. I did not know he had passed. He was wonderful, and to hear that music, that's iconic stuff. Anyway, so it's good to sneak in and get made up, try to hide my identity.
Well, it's good to have you here. You say you're in the witness protection program because you have been very much out there on this issue of how we fix our national deficit. As you well know, we face the fiscal cliff, a series of tax hikes and spending cuts that many people think, if they go into effect, will put the country into recession. And yet we heard the Treasury Secretary yesterday, Tim Geithner, say the president is willing to see the country go off the fiscal cliff if Republicans do not accede to his demands. How real a threat is that?
Well, it's probably pretty real, but you can't get here, you can't get to where we need to go by cutting spending. That won't cut it. You're going to destroy the fragile economy. You can't get there by taxing your way into it, and you can't grow your way out of this thing. You have to have a blend. But let me tell you, when you have leaders of parties and people from the administration saying, I think it will be to the advantage of the Democrats to go off the cliff, or I think it will be advantage to the Republicans to go off the cliff, or the president to go off the cliff, that's like betting your country. There's stupidity involved in that. This is big-time stuff.
Let me ask you about a report this morning that some Republicans are now perhaps willing to see the tax rates rise to some degree on top earners in exchange for later getting a better deal on some of these spending cuts, but tying it to that vote to raise the debt ceiling, basically saying that debt ceiling vote is our point of leverage. Do you agree with that approach?
When they get to that, they'll do the same bloodletting they did in August. That's the way that will be. But you can't get there. But the threats going back and forth, we're going to do this, we're going to go off the cliff. Let me tell you, there's a group out there that doesn't care a whit about Democrats or Republicans or presidents, and they're people that we owe $16 trillion to. And they see us as a dysfunctional government. We are a deficit. We're in deficit of $1.1 trillion. If that isn't a stimulus, then the drinks are on me. That's what that is. And unless you get in there, these people are going to say, I got an idea for you. You're addicted to debt, and we're going to loan you more, but we want more money for our money. And then when we do that, interest rates will kick up, and inflation will kick in. And guess who gets hurt the worst? The little guy, the middle class. What a nut house.
One of the things you've said is that what we've seen with the stalemate is not theatrics on the part of Congress, but that they're totally confused, according to you. If that's true, isn't that kind of pathetic?
I don't know. A lot of people are confused, especially the people who don't understand what the hell is coming in before December 31st. Well, like, what's different? What's different is they dug their own snare. They put the chain on their own ankles. They have to do something before December 31st, where you get a mindless cut in $600 billion in non-defense and a mindless cut in defense. Nobody would do that. You got the payroll tax you got to bring back from 4.2 to 6.2. Where the hell was the AARP when they cut the precious payroll tax from 6.2 to 4.2? Madness is half a word. These guys, if you gave half of them, if you gave 90% of them a profit and loss statement in one hand and a balance sheet in the other, they wouldn't know how to read it.
Well, if anyone were
If
anyone were to doubt your commitment to this issue, I have to show a clip we saw on the internet recently.
Oh, I want to see it.
Oh, yes. This is you doing Gangnam Style.
Oh, stop.
Instagramming your breakfast and tweeting your first world problems and getting on YouTube so you can see Gangnam Style.
Well,
care to explain this? You're trying to reach young people. I guess this is as good a way as any.
I thought the guy said, pretend you're riding a horse and lassoing a steer. And that's what I was trying to do. Let me tell you, you have to reach young people. And you have to reach the people with the www.fixthedebt.org. But the can kicks back. These are young people. Let me tell you, the young people aren't organized. The senior citizens are so well organized. They got the AARP, the Committee for the Preservation, the Gray Panthers, the Silverhead legislators, the Pink Panthers. They are organized, and they don't give a whit. this younger generation better learn to take part or get taken apart.
Well, perhaps Gangnam Style is the way to get through them. Senator Alan Simpson.
I'm not going to dance in that thing again.
Well, we do have the music queued up.
What?
I'm just saying.
Well, I'm doing it with you.
Oh, I don't need that much provocation. Senator Alan Simpson, great. Just a little lasso. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.